oh, this is such a great concept for a video. I'm gonna find 5 random ingredients from 5 random movies, and I'm gonna be able to make an actually good recipe from it. It's gonna taste good, it's gonna look good, it's gonna be great, and I really thought that I could do that. I'll be honest with you guys, I know this is a filmmaking channel, but one thing I love just as much as filmmaking is food. And my dream job has always been to be a food reviewer on TikTok, because just imagine you wake up in the morning and then you go to McDonald's and eat a biscuit, and that's your job. That is officially the best job in the world. But unfortunately, I have cornered myself into a corner by becoming a filmmaking channel and not a food review channel. But that ends today, because today we are gonna combine my 2 loves, filmmaking and food, in a new series I like to call Fork to Film. No, I like to call it Film to Fork. And here's how it works. I'm gonna use a random movie generator to generate 5 random movies, and in each one of those movies, I'm gonna find one ingredient, like a food ingredient. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna combine all 5 ingredients to make a edible dish. And it doesn't matter if the film doesn't have any food ingredients in it, I have to pick something, like a t-shirt or grass or something. So let's get started. The first movie is My Left Foot. Next is Kicking It Old School. Okay. Next is Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Let's go. What is this? 4th is Dress to Kill, and the final movie is Black Box. Okay. I guess here we go. Okay, first up we have My Left Foot, a biographical drama about a man named Christy Brown who had cerebral palsy and could only control his left foot. That's all I know about the movie, and the fact that Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor for his role as Christy Brown. But I really don't know anything else about it, so I'm going in blind. Let's find that food item. For free? All right, if there are no ingredients in this movie, I guess I can always use tree leaves. Ooh, horse meat, my favorite. He's definitely gonna eat something with his left foot in this movie at some point. Baby meat, that's an option. Oh, they're eating food. But what is that? What are they eating? I have no clue what that is. It just looks like slop. Is that porridge? Oh, this is gonna be tougher than I thought. Oh, that's definitely an onion, and that is definitely a carrot. Oh no, is she dead? This movie's very upsetting, actually. Birthday cake. But does that mean that I get to choose an ingredient in the cake, or do I have to use the whole cake as an ingredient? Oh my gosh, poor guy gets friend-zoned almost as much as me. Oh, there it is, that's the ingredient, bread. I love bread. You know, they shouldn't have had this many kids if they couldn't feed them all. Oh my God, these 4 brothers all sleep in the same bed, out here looking like Willy Wonka's grandparents. I mean, Charlie's grandparents or whatever. And they had another baby. Okay, that scene was powerful. I can see why he won the Best Actor award. That was a really good movie. It didn't blow me away, but I can see the hype behind it, and I can see why Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor at the Oscars. But I do think he was the strongest part of the movie, because I'm not really interested in biopics. I think the plot in a lot of biopics is just kind of boring and straightforward. They did a good job with what they had to work with, but it's the plot and the way it's structured is just a little boring to me. But I gave it 3.5 stars and ranked it number 58 on my favorite movies from the 80s list. And yes, DBZ Dead Zone is above Akira. And the ingredient I chose from this movie is bread. Yeah, I know it's boring, but it's a safe choice. Next up, we have the movie Black Box, and I have absolutely no clue what this movie is about, so here we go. Oh, phew, I get another opportunity to choose baby meat. I almost chose that from the first one. Is that the guy from Kinds of Kindness? What the heck was that? Did he forget everything?
What is it that you do here?
Have you ever experienced hypnosis?
Oh, no. Hypnosis is never a good thing in a movie.
Hey, Chinese.
Chinese food. Are they gonna eat the Chinese food? They're not gonna eat the Chinese food. Ooh, salmon is a good ingredient. Okay, so he got into a car crash and his wife died, and now he has amnesia, and this woman is trying to get back his memories by putting him in hypnosis. Oh no, he left his daughter at school. He needs to do that memento thing where he, you know, takes notes so he doesn't forget things. Like, it doesn't even have to be tattoos, just write it down or something. Set an alarm on your phone. You can't forget your daughter at school. Oh yeah, she's up to something. I knew Claire Huxtable was not a good person. Wait.
So I'm not an amnesiac.
Wait, what?
Your brain was just adjusting.
That's the plot? I truly did not see that coming. Okay, that wasn't bad. It was pretty low budget, but had some cool stylized moments with the black box set and the faceless man thing. The plot twist was it was okay. It was pretty interesting actually, but pretty unbelievable. And for that reason, I give it 3 stars and ranked it number 21st on my best movies of 2020 list, right in front of Mink. And obviously the ingredient I'm picking from this is salmon. All right, now we got the one I am most looking forward to watch, Kicking It Old School, starring the best actor of all time, Jamie Kennedy. This feels really wrong to watch. This is just gonna be a bunch of 80s references, isn't it? This was Stranger Things before Stranger Things. Wait, is that the girl that plays in the ads before movies at AMC? Alan Ruck? Why is this cast actually good?
We know you gotta get up in the morning and eat a Krispy Kreme burrito.
A Krispy Kreme burrito? Really? Wait, is that Bobby Lee? This cast is actually good. Oh, yep, making fun of homeless people. Yeah, check that off the list.
Now presenting the Rubik's Cube. I'll sell 1 million of these in Israel.
We're really just collecting the infinity stones of offensive jokes here.
I hate you more, and Garfield hates Mondays.
I thought Garfield hated lasagna.
Garfield loves lasagna.
Now, I know I have heard that line before somewhere.
Yo, DJ!
I'm DJ?
Give me a beat!
I beat.
No, please don't.
That was the stupidest joke I have ever heard. But I am gonna use the beat as my ingredient, most likely. No, don't do it, Jamie, no. Okay, that was very 2000s, very offensive and not in a good way. That was just like punching down for the sake of punching down, and it wasn't funny. So for that reason, I give it 1.5 stars and rank it 30th on my favorite movies from 2007 list. And the ingredient I am going to use is a beat. All right, next we have Dressed to Kill. I don't know anything about this movie besides that it's a Brian De Palma movie, so it might be kind of violent and rough around the edges. We'll see. I can already tell that this is the perfect movie to watch with your parents. Trust me. How long is the scene? Oh, it's Alfred. Wow, she is quite forward. They done got straight into it in the back of the cab, no less. There's a driver in that cab, and y'all doing that? Ooh, wine. That's an ingredient. Contracted a venereal disease. That's what you get for having sex before marriage. Are they really about to pull a psycho on us? Yep, they just pulled a psycho on us. So the killer's a trans person? She kind of looked like Sydney Sweeney, though. Whoa. She's a and she can afford that place? I need to change my career path. Wait, why is he willing to tell that doctor and break patient confidentiality, but not tell the police about it? Why didn't he tell the police in the first place? Oh, Alfred, no! That ending was completely unnecessary. Okay, so without bringing politics into it, I guess it was a fine movie. The plot was structured pretty well and it was kind of entertaining, but it is just a Psycho remake and it's not very original. Psycho just did it better. And I mean, people do seem to like this movie. Apparently has like a 3.7 on Letterboxd, but I do think it's derivative. I think it's misogynist with that opening scene just lingering on that woman taking a shower, and I think it's transphobic. But again, taking politics out of it, it still doesn't make any sense because the reasons they gave for why this person was the way that they were, why their transgender identity contributed to their psycho killer ways, it didn't make any sense. I can't even like repeat it here because it just didn't make any sense. It's like the male side of her was trying to take over and becomes they were turned on by other, I don't know. This didn't make any sense, so it's not good. Either way, it's not good. So I give it 2.5 stars and ranked it 89th on my favorite movies from the 80s list. Oh, and the only ingredient I could find in this movie is wine, so that's what I'm using. Okay, finally we have the Battle of the Planet of the Apes, or the Battle of the Planet of the Apes. And I haven't seen, I've seen the first Planet of the Apes movie, but I haven't seen 2 through 4, and this is the 5th one and final one in the series, the original series. So I'm gonna be completely lost. Oh, it's recapping the other movies, so I'm actually very appreciative of that since I haven't seen the other movies. I usually don't like that in films, but I like it now. Of course, there's a banana in this movie. The music is honestly sick. There's a cabbage and maybe an onion?
An ape may say no to a human, but a human may never again say no to an ape.
That's a weird plot point, but okay. Okay, one thing I'm confused about is how did all the other apes get smart? Because from what I understand, there were 2 apes that came from the original Planet of the Apes and traveled through time, and then they had a kid, and that ape baby was really smart for some reason, because I guess it had evolved on the other planet, but then after only like a generation, all the other apes on planet Earth in this timeline are also smart? How did that happen? So, did the apes drop the nuke on the humans? And if so, how did they figure that out? So there's humans living under the city that was bombed by the nuke, and now there's radiation and their skin's peeling off, and they look like me in high school. That doesn't seem like the best place to live, guys. So why are Caesar and them going to see videotapes of Caesar's parents under the nuked city? They didn't really seem to, I don't understand what just happened there. Why did they go there, and what did they learn? It seems like they didn't learn anything. Is he really about to chop his son out of a tree? Okay, I think my biggest problem with this movie so far is that there is no sense of scale. Like, it feels like there are only 10 humans fighting 10 apes, and you don't get the sense that this is like a worldwide thing. You get the sense that these are the only 2 people groups, or ape groups on the planet right now, and they're just fighting each other for like basically no reason. It feels really small. There are some good explosions though. Okay, so this really is not even about the humans versus the apes. It's more about the apes versus the apes. And I can kind of get behind that because it's more about the apes becoming like the humans and deciding whether or not they're gonna, you know, basically inherit all the flaws of humans, like murder. Okay, that was not bad. That was not bad. It's short, it's sweet, it had good flow and interesting characters. I think some of the plot points didn't really make sense though, and it felt really, really small. It feels very anticlimactic for the end movie of a series of 5 movies that were all pretty epic. It seems like the smallest of those movies, probably. So I give it 2.5 stars, but I was debating whether or not to give it 3, honestly, and I ranked it number 51 on my favorite movies from the 70s list. So far I have bread, salmon, a beet, and wine. Those all seem to go good together. What would go best with that? I think I'm gonna go with onion. That sounds like a safe bet. That, all the movies? But now I gotta go cook something. Okay, bye. Okay, so I went to the store and I got all the ingredients that I found in 5 random movies, and I'm gonna make a recipe out of it. I have absolutely no idea if it's gonna be any good, and honestly, when I think about the end product right now, it kinda seems like it might suck. Because what I'm gonna make from these ingredients, bread, salmon, onion, wine, and beets, is some kind of toasted bread thing with beet paste and fried salmon on top. I don't even know what beets taste like, honestly, so I have absolutely no clue if beets go with salmon and bread or not, but I guess we'll find out. Also, one more rule that I have decided for myself is that I can use seasonings and like olive oil and butter and stuff, because otherwise it's gonna taste really bland, so just deal with that. But first things first, I'm gonna cut the onions and the beets and put them in the oven. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna roast this onion and the beets and then blend them up in a blender into some kind of oniony beet paste. I don't know. Speaking of onions though, what was the last movie that made me cry? It was the movie Past Lives. The storyline and the acting and the overall theme of wondering what your life could have been if you took a different direction is just, it made me cry because my life sucks right now and I wish I would have taken a different path. Just kidding, my life is great. I get to make videos for you guys. I'm gonna throw these on a pan and then it is on to the beets. So I think I'm just gonna cut these like little circles and then, I don't know if it matters. I don't know if anything matters in this life. I don't even know what a beet tastes like. Kind of tastes like a slightly sweet leaf. Okay, beets are done. I'm gonna drizzle it with olive oil and put some salt on it, I guess. You know, I'm starting to realize that I am actually a terrible cooking show host, and because I don't really have much to say at all about food, and I don't know what the I'm doing, so sorry and for this entire video. I regret making it, okay? I'm gonna put that in there for like 20 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna marinate the salmon. I probably should have marinated the salmon a lot sooner than this, but you know, like I said, I suck at cooking. Now, one thing you guys don't see on camera is the fact that I am a one-man band. I am here alone and I only have one camera. And so for all these side shots you're seeing, I'm having to like take my salmon-laced hands and go touch my camera and put it in another spot and twist the zoom lens and press record again. And so salmon juice is getting everywhere and I'm probably gonna get sick. So for my marinade, I'm gonna use soy sauce, honey, salt, and garlic powder. Well, maybe I'm not gonna use soy sauce because I don't have it. I know what I'll use the wine. So salmon's in here, a little drizzle of honey, some garlic powder, and I'll pop open the wine. Taste it. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes and I think this is probably done by now, at least done enough. So let's figure out a way to put this in my blender thing. We got our beets and our onions in here. Gonna fill it up with some olive oil, like probably a good generous helping. And then some lemon juice, just a little bit. Some salt, and a splash of wine. Come on, work. Okay, so this is pretty chunky still. It might work like this though, so let's just see what we're working with here. I thought I could do this. I really did. I thought I could do this, but tasting this beet onion paste is really making me reconsider my life. Okay, next up is going to be cooking the salmon. While that's cooking, I'm also gonna throw some bread pieces in the air fryer. Okay, the salmon is done, and it is black. I am good at cooking. Okay, you know what? I was really gonna try. Because I thought that I could just, you know, come up with a cool concept for a video. Oh, this is such a great concept for a video. I'm gonna find 5 random ingredients from 5 random movies, and I'm gonna be able to make an actually good recipe from it. It's gonna taste good, it's gonna look good, it's gonna be great. And I really thought that I could do that. But needless to say, I definitely overestimated my skills as a cook and as a person in general. So I'm just gonna do this really fast and get this video over with so you guys can go on to watching more important stuff. Put the beet throw up on the bread and then take a little bit of salmon, okay? Put the salmon on the beet toast and then drizzle it with olive oil. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. This might be salvageable. I'm gonna drizzle it with honey too. Why not? Why not? Drizzle it with honey, drizzle it with olive oil. That is not terrible. The more I eat it though, the more I don't wanna eat it. So, was this experiment a success? No, but was it a failure? Yes. You know, will I make another one of these videos? I have no clue. It depends on how many views it gets. So if you want to see me do more of this, please like and subscribe and comment on the video. I think the comments are the most important thing if you actually want to see more of these things. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't get enough views for the amount of effort I put into these videos. It took me a long time to make this video. And I'm beginning to regret my decisions in life and my career path. So if you want to support me and you want to reaffirm me and tell me that I'm actually not terrible at making videos on YouTube, then I would like and subscribe and comment. Please do that. I'm gonna shut up now and go about my day.